Here's what matters for 2020. President Trump spoke about what he calls a hot economy last night. Watch.
Our country's doing well with the hottest economy in the world. We're by far the biggest economy in the world. We weren't. When I first came, it was heading in the wrong direction, and now we're in the right direction.
And it's that confidence, that kind of animal spirits, the feeling of optimism, that really grabs the swing voter in the last 5 elections. The swing voter went for the economy. That's what they voted on. We've got more hard evidence today in the form of pretty robust reads on retail sales and jobless claims. Let's take it up with Steve Forbes, chair of Forbes Media. Sir, great to see you, Steve.
Good to see you, Liz.
My former boss. Your take on what the Democrats are doing now in the face of
always my intellectual boss.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. No, you're so sweet. Thank you. What does this mean for 2020? The economy is going strong.
The economy is going strong. The Democrats are going to be wasting a lot of time and shedding a lot of tears on election night.
How come they're not getting that message? I didn't mean to talk over you, but
Well, they are so obsessed. They've become so emotionally obsessed in their activist base. That's the thing. They all fear primaries next year from the activists within their parties, like what happened to their number 4 in the House when AOC knocked them out a year ago. And that's what they all fear. So on Trump, they hate Trump with a lather that rarely see in American politics. And so anything that can be construed as helping Trump, not going to happen. So on this Mueller thing, they're going to be obsessed with obstruction of justice, spraying subpoenas like you do on flies in the summertime.
Or T-shirt cannon.
Yeah, and they're going to try to wreck his businesses, wreck him. But if he just stays above the fray and lets them demean themselves, starting with these debates, I'm looking forward to these debates they're going to have among presidential candidates in June. Why is that going to be important? Because they're all going to be coming across as emotional kids. And Trump, if he stays above the fray, he's got it.
Well, let's talk a little bit of history, because I know you're a student of history and you're a genius at it. 5 incumbent presidents going back to William Taft. They all lost. Why? Because the economy was weak. We're talking Herbert Hoover. You have George H.W., certainly Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, right? So that's the issue. Will the president win or lose in 2020? Is it really based on the economy, stupid, as Jim Carville would have said?
That's going to be a major factor, and that's why hopefully you'll get these trade agreements done with China and then not have a dispute with Europe, get those off the table. We'll be sailing pretty. And then the Democrats are going to be asked, well, you don't like Trump, you don't like him, but what are you offering as an alternative? Government takeover of health care? Well, we know what happened with Obamacare on that. Prices went up. You're going to do other things to hurt the economy, raise taxes? Just ask one basic question. When has a high-tax economy ever done well? When raising taxes has helped the economy? It doesn't happen.
And when has a candidate won election based on raising taxes? That's what happened.
Go back to 1984. Walter Mondale said in his acceptance speech, I'm going to raise taxes. I'm being honest. Carried 1 state. You
know what we did last night? We, in my team, I've got a terrific team. We were pointing out that Obama's campaign manager in 2012, Jim Messina, is saying the swing voters really care about the economy. But when Bernie Sanders time and again was asked questions about his economic policies, he refused to answer them. He never answers questions. We've got Jamie Dimon telling Maria Bartiromo no recession in an exclusive interview. Let's listen to Jamie Dimon.
I think the United States is going to be okay. And again, I could be wrong. We don't predict that. We don't run the company that way. We run the company. We're going to serve our clients regardless of where the economy. We want to be there in bad times for our clients. And also go around the world. Japan is growing a little bit. Europe's growing a little bit. Germany slowed down, but Europe's going a little over 1%. I think China's going to make it 6%. Brazil went from -4 to 0. There are other positive signs. People tend to focus on all the positives or focus on all the negatives. If you made the whole list, there's some bad things out there. There's some good things, and we'll see.
Okay, the voter then, the economy doing well, but then you got Bernie Sanders not answering questions about his economic policies to overturn the U.S. economy, right?
Well, if he gets the nomination, he's going to pretend socialist. What's that? Never heard of it. He's going to try to pretend he's really a centrist at heart, old Uncle Bernie. Not going to work. And people, even if they don't like Donald Trump, are going to ask themselves, do we want to jeopardize the first good economy we've had in a generation for these people who all talk about raising taxes, putting on more regulations, free this, free that, wrecking our health care system? In Europe, they ration health care. Do we want that here?
That's a great question. Steve, will you come back on?
If you're here, yes.
Okay, when the debate's keyed up.